Tokyo, I want my groove. Look how cute my case is. These aren't even real AirPods.
District of the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. Want to hear more?
No. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ozzy if you didn't already know, and subscribing here is free, so go ahead and do that right now if you're not already. So I just officially finished my freshman year of college. I took a summer calculus course which ended yesterday, so I'm officially done with freshman year. Thank you. I like to thank Stack Overflow, Reddit, and of course Wikipedia. So to all the viewers who have been here since my extremely cringy decisions reaction video, thank you. I don't know how you made it here, but thank you for your service. I hope you never have to go through that amount of cringe ever again. But that's besides the point. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about what I learned in my freshman year as a computer science major. Yes, I am a blurred.
Say shout out to my blurs, they represent the realness.
And I'm proud. By the way, I go to the engineering school of NYU, so the courses I have to take are slightly different than what a computer science major getting a BA would do. Like I have to take engineering courses, writing courses, but today I'm just focusing on the computer science courses that I took this year. Another kind of preface or disclaimer, I just want to say I never really knew what I was getting into when entering the STEM field as a black girl. I just knew I loved science and I loved tech. So that's what I did. And for people that look like me, there's a whole lot of challenges that you have to go through, especially in STEM. But I'm glad that my first year in Nerd World went as well as it did. So without further ado, here's what I learned.
Okay, cool.
So the first official computer science course that I took was called 1114 Intro to Computer Science. No, Intro to Python, which I actually almost failed. We basically learned the basics of a coding language called Python, syntax, loops, lists, really basic data structures like tuples and things like that. I was really lucky to have my own little girl gang who I studied with. We sat together in class, and I honestly don't think I could have passed that class without them. Now the course itself was not hard at all. I actually had prior programming experience because of a coding camp I did that summer. The thing that actually affected me was the fact that I was now in college. It was the freedom of having no one telling you what to do, how to do it, or when to do it. And as someone who literally coasted through high school, not to brag or anything, but I did. The first couple of months were rough. It probably wasn't until after Thanksgiving break that I started to understand what was going on around me, which I'm pretty sure is kind of normal for your first year of college. It wasn't until I finally caved in and removed myself from my ego and took advantage of office hours, study sessions. That was when I realized the biggest thing my tuition was paying for was not my education, but connections. Connections. Yes, connections. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. There are things that you need to know that you will never learn in a classroom, but these are things you can learn from your TAs who are fellow students who've already been in your shoes, even your peers in your study groups. Really important stuff that will never be on a syllabus or a curriculum. That's what my money is paying for. Also the name. In the spring semester, I took 2 computer science based courses. One was Intro to Computer Science, and the second one was Data Structures and Algorithms. Data structures and algorithms is probably the single most important— why did I turn British? Okay. It's probably the single most important course you'll take as a computer science major. It's basically what you are assessed on during job interviews. So it's really important that everyone in the major knows data structures and algorithms like the back of their hand. I honestly feel like this shouldn't be a 1-semester course because there is so much to learn, and I feel like we glazed over a lot of topics that would have been better if we had taken like part 1 during the fall and then part 2 during the spring. But I mean, I have all summer to learn more if I want to. So data structures and algorithms was hard. I feel like it would have been easier if I would have applied myself more, but whatever. Thankfully, I had a really good professor. I had equally amazing lab TAs. The curves on those exams were astronomical. Yeah. So this course taught me how to think outside of the box. I feel like in grade school, we're all kind of conditioned to think a certain way, to think in a way that can easily be graded and assessed. But in computer science, the goal is to solve a problem, and there's no right or wrong way to solve a problem. There are so many solutions to each and every problem you're gonna get, and there's no right or wrong way to get there. Unless you have to consider runtime, then you might as well just give up. Also, just because you can recreate a solution to a specific problem doesn't mean you actually know what you're doing. Trust me, I know. If there are many solutions to a problem, you want to be able to think of multiple solutions and then choose the best one. You shouldn't just memorize one solution to every problem. I feel like I'm all of a sudden a professor teaching you guys computer science. The point is to write the cleanest, most efficient code. So even if you have a solution, but it's like 50 lines long, that's not good coding practice. So basically, it's good to know a solution, but knowing multiple solutions and knowing how to make them as concise as possible is the best. So that really forces you to think harder, but also think differently. 1122 Intro to Computer Science was a lecture course that happened once a week every Friday morning at 9 a.m. And it was automatically a pass-fail course, so you can imagine what went on in that class. So this was actually my favorite computer science course that I've taken so far. Every week a new lecturer would come in, and there were usually faculty or someone who was pretty well esteemed in whatever position they were in. We had people talk about cloud computing, data science, machine learning, game development. It was so much fun when I was awake, of course. And it was just a really nice way to be exposed to the world of computer science and all of the doors a computer science degree can open. You can be a researcher, you can work in biomedical devices, you can build robots that are kind of scary, and robots that can do backflips and probably will take over humanity someday. And yeah, it was just like, it just gave me the opportunity to hear from someone who knew what they were talking about. And based on their presentation, I could see whether it was something I was more interested in. So that was the quick summary of what I learned in my computer science courses in my first year as a comp sci major. I really loved all the courses I took. It really showed me that I'm in the right major, that computer science is something I love, something that I want to do probably for the rest of my life. Don't forget to use the algorithm and like this video, give it a thumbs up. Like, I won't look, do it right now, I won't look. Oh, you're not done, sorry. Also comment something, because that also boosts the algorithm. Comment anything you want. If you made it to the end, comment, I'm a lizard person. Also subscribe if you want, so the YouTube algorithm doesn't forget me. I'd really appreciate it, it's free. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.